protestjobs.com. This was shared with me by high-ranking Republican officials who are so stupid that they saw this and didn't realize immediately that this is a hoax. This is a hoax. Professional protesters for your cause at protestjobs.com. Have a protest. It's a big yellow button. It's just so hilarious. We don't care what your political affiliation is. We connect our network of professional protesters. No need to worry about 1099s. I love it. Secret payment by Bitcoin, which isn't secret. Bitcoin isn't secret. We talked about this. If you want your transactions to be secret, you need to use the Ghost cryptocurrency, the best privacy coin out there, brought to you by anarchist and lunatic John McAfee. I wish we were. But okay. So this is obviously fake. Now, how do we know this is fake? Scroll down to the next section where it says lesson for the day. This website is fake. Oh my gosh. And it's an anti-Trump ad is what this is. They say Trump is a failure. There's 100,000 Americans dead. You're doing Russia's work, which I guess is a reference to the whole Russia hoax thing. But I thought that it just gets funnier the more you go down. The protest packages, $99 per rioter or $129. So they can't decide if they're protesters or rioters. I think it's so funny. So for $500, you get the easy riot. But for $129 per protester, you get the best value protest. And I did the math. That's about $200,000 for their best value. So that should have been, if you can do basic arithmetic, that perhaps should have been a clue. Car/dumpster fire upgrade option available. Please call. Oh, that's so funny. And there are 3 fake protesters. Well, 2 are protesters and 1 is, I guess, somebody who's hiring a riot, renting a riot from these people. Feather Wilson says she can do 3 protests a year and have shopping money for when she goes out with the gals. Isn't that nice? And Lawrence Spears here says, I was even the president's black guy at one event. How cool is that? So, if you saw this and you didn't immediately know this was a hoax, and Arizona's National Committee woman, Lori Klein Corbin, did not know this was a hoax because she's a genius. This is the kind of stuff that I've been batting down all week. Just it's not just mayors and presidents. Anybody can fall for this kind of thing. And there is a kernel of truth there, that there are instigators out there, people who are kind of professional protesters in a metaphorical sense. They're professional protesters. They're out protesting all the time. But that doesn't mean that you can actually make a living protesting. That would not be a very cost-effective way to make a living. So I think that's all I have.
I think that's a good example of what happens when people search for information to basically support their own narrative. In other words, a lot of people are not truth seekers. They want to find information that only advances the way they're already thinking. And I think, if anything, that's what our show is trying to break. We're trying to break that mold, trying to think differently. And that's why I'm trying to make connections where other people are not. Because the fact of the matter is, people constantly just want to advance their own narrative. And so they will find the information to confirm what they already think. They're going to find it. They'll find it out there somewhere, because all the internet is information. Information is neither good. It's neither good nor bad. It's not truth, and it's not necessarily false. It's all of that stuff. And as a reasonable thinking human being, you have to decipher it and realize what's fact and what's fiction. And you have to be objective to do that. If you are extremely subjective and you are a slave to your passions and a slave to your emotions, which so many people are on both sides of every issue, that's what happens. You just find things that will fit into your own narrative. You will not be a truth seeker. You will not look at things objectively.
Yeah, and the media has gotten a lot of things wrong throughout this event.